It's Tuesday, May 22nd, 2012. Welcome to Pastor Bob Daily. Lane from Twitter says, what do you think of games like Farmville? I get a lot of invitations to join it on Facebook, and it seems like a real waste of time. Thanks, Lane. You know, that's kind of how I feel about it, too. Now, I can just see those little hairs on your neck starting to stand up for a lot of you, because you enjoy the game, don't you? A lot of you do. Let me just talk about this from my heart, and you understand that everything that I say on this daily podcast is my opinion. Simply my opinion. And you can certainly agree or disagree, and it doesn't mean that I'm always right. In fact, ask me again next year, and I'll give you an answer again. Let's see if it's the same one. Farmville is interesting to me, and it became very interesting when I was staying in the home of a friend a couple years ago that was obsessed by it. And he would go into the room where his computer was kept and check every hour to see what was going on with his Farmville. Sometimes keeping him at home. Sometimes, you know, he was afraid to go out of the house because something was happening in his Farmville. Now, that was the extreme case, and I totally understand that not all of you are there with your Farmville. But can I just ask you this? Why do you have so much time? That's going to hurt, isn't it? But why do you have so much time to play Farmville, and wouldn't it be better to do something in real life? You know, the internet is an amazing thing, and I'm old enough to know what the internet and most technology, what it was like before all of that started happening. I mean, the big deal for me when I was in high school is when we got electric typewriters. Yes, I'm that old. So it's been amazing to watch the internet and all the great things you can do. There's one downside that I see. We begin to live many times in a virtual reality instead of a real one. That can be a real problem. And, you know, I use the internet all the time. You know, I Skype internationally every single day. You know, it's a great way to keep the ministry going, to keep up with people, to do counseling, with mentoring, whatever. It's wonderful. And of course, many of you know I have 3 Facebook pages. They have a friends limit on Facebook, and I have about 10,000 friends. So I have to post the same thing 3 times, which takes some time. And of course, there's Twitter, and there's Instagram, and there's, you know, a lot of other things. And so it does take time, and I understand that. But it's really being involved with people. And that kind of reality is great. But virtual reality that doesn't have a basis in interaction, real interaction, interaction with people, interaction that makes a difference, I wonder if it's real productive. And wouldn't it be great if all of the people who are putting their creative energies into building their Farmville community would put it into building their community? Step outside your door, turn the computer on, and get involved with something. You know, I see a huge disconnect between what we say as Christians and what we do as Christians. And I find as I read the Facebook posts, you know, people are so opinionated. Well, this is what us Christians do, and this is what the secular people do, and they have very strong feelings about what should happen, and this is the job of the church, and this is what the church should be doing. And I go and I read their bio, and I read everything about them, and they're not involved in a thing. And why is it that we feel very passionate about things that we ought to do and actually not being involved in the things that we're talking about? And I think Farmville is a really good example of that. Now, am I telling you not to play Farmville? No, I'm not. But I'm telling you to balance your life. You know, I enjoy games, and to be honest with you, I'm not smart enough to play a lot of the technically challenged games. I play Scrabble on my iPad just about every night before I go to bed. I like that one. I play Yahtzee. I'm kind of an old school guy, I guess. But I enjoy those games, and they're really fun. But can I just tell you, folks, that it's something that I do to unwind in just a little bit of time, because I really, honestly, I don't have time. And I'm kind of glad for that. And I would really love it if you didn't have so much time either. I'm going to talk about this again tomorrow. And I want to talk about the disconnect between our faith and our actions. It's going to hurt a little bit. I hope you'll come back. God bless you. Have a great day.